Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to the final day of our Disney Princess Week podcast.
To finish off the week, this princess needs no introduction. It's Star Butterfly in Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
This fun and fantastic show about a magical princess from another dimension and her best friend Marco Diaz, my soul animal, have fun traveling across dimensions and stopping monsters, as well as getting into a Game of Thrones-like plot along the way. By the way, she is a Disney princess.
Yeah, and we thought, oh, she's been recognized. Oh, now that it's over, you want to recognize her as a Disney princess. Thanks a lot.
We don't want her to go away. We want to keep merchandising, so let's make her a princess.
Well, people have been saying she had been in the lineup a long time ago. She should be. I remember there was actually someone that said a while ago, the teacher told this kid, you know, it was about the Disney princesses, and the teacher wasn't familiar with them, and she told him about Star Butterfly, and she said, oh, she's not a Disney princess because she has her own movie, and the people were like, excuse me?
Right, she got her own series.
Yeah, that's even better. She didn't need a movie.
That's right. So our first shout out is to Eden Shear. You've been awesome and amazing and terrific and wonderful, and you are Star. Star is not you. You are Star. There will be no Star without you.
Yeah, and you know her from the show The Middle.
Yes.
You know, she's a Netflix movie called Step Sisters.
Well, she was awesome and
right.
and funny in as usual.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And of course, Adam MacArthur, forever Marco Diaz.
Yes. So, this one is about the princesses only. Unfortunately, not Princess Marco, just Star Butterfly. So,
yes. I remember when we first started watching the show. I actually started watching it first, saw it on the internet, and then I showed it to Mama, and then the first thing she said after she finished the first half of the first episode itself, she said, oh, she messed up everything with this dang wand. My gosh. Yeah, obviously she's burning stuff down and stuff catching fire and everything's going to the black hole and stuff. It's like, oh my gosh. She was definitely not the average Disney princess.
No, and we have to give just total, complete, wonderful blessings and praises to Darren Nefsey, because in the first episode, she made you love these characters. The very first episode, sometimes it takes a warming up to, as you know with some shows, like Tangled. Not warming up to the characters, but warming up to the show.
Yeah.
But she not only made you love this show, which it never aired, of course, and love these characters which you never knew. You loved Star immediately. You loved Marco immediately. By the end of the show, you wanted more. You wanted to see what antics she was going to get into. You want to see her big, beautiful smile. You want to see her bright, positive personality. You just wanted more. And it is not an easy feat to make people fall in love with a character immediately.
Right.
The first time you see them. It's just almost unheard of. So, Darren Nefsey, bravo.
Yes. And we're sad that the show is now over, unfortunately. We just hope that people still love the show and still love the final season ending and don't try to destroy it because it ended or something.
Right, or they didn't ship someone you wanted to ship. So we're going to give you a nice little surprise that when the first episode airs, we're doing our podcast, The Beginning of the End, and we're going to do our final podcast on this series, the last episode. We don't know what we're going to call it yet, but I'm sure we'll be crying as we do the podcast.
Yes.
So, again, Star is a princess. What makes her a fabulous and terrific princess, first and foremost, is her positive outlook. No matter what happens, this girl never gives up. She finds a bright spot. Even if sometimes it takes her a little while to find it, she's going to find it. And she's gonna never ever give up.
Exactly. And what really made her stand out, not only that, is that we've always had a few like adventurous princesses, ones that can handle themselves, but this was the first one that just kind of didn't even do that type of a Disney formula. They didn't even follow the original, Disney formula for princess, nor did they do the sort of altered version of Disney princess. She was in a league of her own.
Yes, definitely.
But she has the big bright smile. She likes to wear the dresses and some of the girly stuff. And then she fights monsters in her spare time in the first part of the
And
series.
she learned how to poke the heads off of the she was a little girl by her Manny.
Her Manny, yeah, I guess so. And that was like the hilarious part. I said, oh, I like horses, I like this, and like that. And also, I like fighting monsters. And you see were kicking the crap out of all these monsters. Like, oh my god, this is not gonna be a regular Disney princess. It's almost like people jokingly said, it's like if Thor was a teenage girl.
Well, as we all know, she's not only, again, the positivity, but she's brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant in strategizing and finding ways for everyone to cooperate and get along. She's caring. She, as we were discussing, she showed that in the first episode, when she told Marco, you didn't ask for this and I didn't either. And it's not fair that you have to do this, so I'll just find another family to stay with. And you just were like, wow. She wasn't even angry that he pretends that he didn't like it, because he was, watch out here, watch your head. And it's like, oh yeah, you're a real bad boy.
Yeah, this is just a bad boy.
But you could tell she was caring and considerate just from that part in there. And then when he said that he would go ahead and it was no problem, and she hugged him, and more of her personality came through and how she is as a person. And again, Marco fell for her then, and I don't mean the shipping yet, but as far as, a girl hugged me and she's really nice.
Right.
It wasn't to the shipping part
Till
yet.
much later, yeah.
The only part that I was a little disappointed in this series is I loved her big, boisterous personality in season 1. And when she would make those really odd faces and go, oh, just really expressive. And they took her down some season 2 and took out a lot of that expressiveness that she had. She's still great, don't get me wrong. I still love Star. But I love just that big, boisterous personality that she
really
had.
big. It looked really cartoony. And yeah, that's because they had two different animation studios doing it in the second season from then on. And when they would have more silly episodes, you could tell the difference in the animation. When the serious ones, they were more thin line, and it was more a plot focus. So that's why there was a shift in the animation quality at that point. But yeah, some people were kind of shouting like, what happened to that? And that they had to change it, because Disney doesn't keep the same animation studio all the time mostly. So that's why it kind of changed.
And then the second season, you got to see where this version of herself came from. She's a compilation of part of her dad's craziness. I mean, he's just boisterous and crazy and outgoing. And her mom is strong and brilliant. And you saw in other seasons how she handled being a child queen and so forth. And then it was just her own personality. So she's a conglomeration of her mom, her dad, and what she was born to be. And again, as you said, that makes her in a class of her own.
Right.
And in each season, you see her grow, you see her get better, you see her get smarter, you see her get more kick-assier, you see her grow closer to Marco, her best friend in the whole wide world, not just on Mooney Ponyhead. And you love her more and more as each season goes by. So I can't wait to see what Darren Nefsey has done with
the final season.
Disney's favorite princess. I'm gonna call her the People's Princess. That's what she is.
Yes.
Star is the People's Princess. I can't wait to see what they do with the People's Princess Star.
Right. Last thing I want to add is that how she interacts with everybody. It's really hilarious. In the first season, she didn't know too much of anything about Earth. Right. And she was like, "Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? Oh, what's this? What is that?" It's a paperclip Star.
She was like a smart Dee Dee.
And how she interacts with everybody is just really great. And you see her parents, then you see her like, oh my gosh. And especially one of the hilarious and actually surprising parts. I mean, you knew people shipped Starco anyway. That was a given. But you didn't see it, happen until like the second season. You knew Marco liked Jackie at the time. And we didn't know like Star thought she liked Oscar, even though he was kind of like and then she realized she liked Marco, which was the first time that happened that way, because usually when the type of stories, usually the normal guy falls for the one who's outgoing instead of the magic or the alien, those type of stories. But in this one it happened in the reverse, and that just made it sweeter, because it's like you are a rebel princess, you can do all this stuff, and you fall for the most normal person, well, in terms of cleanliness and organization and stuff, and she likes him.
So Star is Star is the Batman. No, Star is the Wonder Woman to Marco's Batman.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, so, and yes, we have to give a special mention, shout out to Princess Marco, because yes, you even
technically,
love Princess Marco. He can't be a Disney princess because Disney won't allow it. So we'll just give him a special mention along with his BFF. He's an awesome princess too.
Yes, so that concludes our Disney Princess Week. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, and tell us what makes you love Star so much as the People's Princess. And we should start using hashtag People's Princess for Star.
Yes.
And let us know what you think in the comments below.
Yes, if you are in the middle of watching the show, or if you've already concluded the show with the final episode of the series, tell us what you thought of it, and if you enjoyed it. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ask Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a toon-tastic day.
Peace.
And reporters sitting flashing lights, trying to walk around, man, who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. Met her in my dreams, she was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket, give it to you later on in